Mesquite, Nevada.
And obviously it's an experience too that has to be played before you can thoroughly enjoy it. Because you just wouldn't think this is possible. If someone said you can come out to the middle of the desert and you're going to play a phenomenal golf course, you'd say it's not possible. But as these holes intertwine around in the canyon area, just wonderful vistas, huge changes in elevations. Really, it's just a fun adventure. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
It can't be that good.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but there's well on the cards.
This could be a good one. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That was for my eagle. I missed it.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
For par.
Wow, I thought he made that.
Or for birdie.
Man.
No,
I just pushed it.
Well, that hurts.
What?
Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank. And now let's hope he doesn't make Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Alright, whatever. I got to clean up.
Ready to tee off here at the second hole. Quite a view from up here, Frank.
Once again, big elevated tee. It's hard to imagine they have a tee that high up, but that'll shorten that 445 yards. Obviously, it's a dog leg left. You've got to be careful of hit driver and two straight because then you can run out. A nice tee shot in the middle there, and then you've got a relatively straight shot into this sort of par 4 green, obviously going a little bit back up the hill. And once again, a little bit like that opening hole. Sort of different tiers on that green. Try and make sure that you're on the right one.
Well, if you don't know how
There's a big green, and then you use every inch of it.
So a chance for birdie. Another solid approach shot.
It's at sneaky distance.
My volumes look fine.
No, it's not your volume. It's me. I have my.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Slipping just a bit, another bogey, and now 2 over par.
Okay, guys, these people.
Frank, 227 yards from the back tee here at the par 3/3. This is all you want.
They're not the
Well, that's for sure. Plays a little longer than that, too, by virtue of playing uphill. Thin air might negate some of that. There's going to be a good shot just to keep the ball on the green. One of the smaller greens here.
Maybe I'll go. Yeah, I'll go 3-iron. I might have a long lag putt, but
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wishy-washy stroke.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. Bit of a struggle early on. 3 over. Here at the fourth, 383 yards from the back tee. It's a dogleg right, but Frank, looking at all of those bunkers, you could really make a mess of this hole if you stray.
You can. That's why you've got to simplify it. Just something there that's going to find the fairway. Even like 3-wood and a wedge, that's really all this hole's going to require. Avoid the canyons on the left and in the desert, as well as just, I don't know how many bunkers there is on the right side. So a little bit of fairway up the left, find that there. And really, you should be looking at a birdie putt.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker.
He's like, all right, whatever. That's fine.
Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Oh, that's a hard
second
bunker.
shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Pretty close. They'll be looking at about 15 feet for birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Oh, wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, couldn't hit that much better.
Saves par, stays at 3 over. We're in the desert, partner. I need water.
You're going to get it here, Rich. Par 5 second hole's got a nice stream that runs down the left side, as well as cutting the fairway. There's a crop of some 3 bunkers down that right side. I want to avoid that, but, yeah, Rich, this hole isn't too long. Under 500 yards, not even going to play that long, so very reachable.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Extremely good, but I think for the longer players, probably favor the opener.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. So 1 over par for the round. Here at the 6th, 447-yard par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a layup hole, too, for the longer hitters. Something out there around the 280, 290-yard mark to make sure you don't go it in the stream. Obviously, it's a dogleg right, as you can see. The canyon on both sides is sort of well-defined, so you know where not to go. Second shot plays a little bit back up the hill to a green, once again, that's anything other than flat. It's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier if you want to have a birdie putt here.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, a very short par 4 here at the 7th, but not one you're going to try to hit off the tee?
No, unless you can fly the ball sort of 300 yards on the nose and stop it within sort of 5 or 6 yards, it's really too risky. This green is not very deep, just sort of 10 or 15 yards in depth. It's just a layup hole, but...
1 second, guys. Casual. Can I call you by your real name?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry guys, my controller doesn't charge. I'm going for the drive on this. Let's go drive.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in 1.
Oh no. Stop. Hit the reference.
Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie.
See,
ball sitting down here in the rough.
Always
He's digging in.
Hit 2 and in.
That's how the best in the world play.
I'm a really good shooter.
Well, a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Frank, the 8th here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada is really the signature par 3, isn't it?
I'd go so far, Rich, to say this is a great par 3. Doesn't matter where it was played. The stream that sort of comes all the way down there and surrounds the left side of the screen makes this hole really daunting. Logic would say if you're going to miss the screen, obviously you'd miss it to the right, but it's just a beautiful hole. And then you put the fact that the canyon frames the whole hole itself. It's beautiful.
That was nice.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's full melody now.
Collects another birdie with that stroke and goes to 2 under. Finishing up this front side here at the par 4 9th, 390 yards. And what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. Do you lay it up into that wide area of the fairway? If you're a longer hitter and you are out here to have a little bit of fun, then maybe you want to take the head cover off because you get a little bit of an advantage if you can drive it over that last bunk on that right side, or at least take that out of play, because you're only going to have a short pitch in here.
Frank, as we look at the approach here at the 9th, what do you think the best play is?
Well, unless you've laid up off the tee, Rich, you're only going to have a short shot into this green. You don't have to loft it too high. You can use the full length of the green. So something coming in a little bit lower and bouncing towards the flag is probably the best play.
Let's go.
Now they're rolling.
3 under
par.
For the day.
Now the start of the back 9 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada, or as I like to call it, Mind Blower Golf Club. Frank, everywhere you look, it's just a mind blower. I mean, this one is hard to believe.
Yeah, this one is also a hard hole. 472 yards off the back tee. The fairway is a little wider than what it looks off the tee because that sort of desert ridge on the right side there. That blocks part of the fairway. So if you can imagine that fairway opens up a bit, then you'll be fine. A good tee shot down here, especially with that elevation there. That sort of shorten the hole up a little bit. 270 yards gets you past all those bunkers on the left side. They'll take those out of play. And once again, a little bit uphill, and you see the green shapes a little bit to the right. So make sure you're aware of where that flag is.
Tough start to the backside, Frank.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well, too. You start losing confidence with the putter early on.
Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Frank, another really rugged hole. This is the par 3 11th here at Wolf Creek.
Rich, remember that book, Dead Solid Perfect? This is what this hole's all about, because you must hit that tee shot solid. You've got to carry all the trouble in front of you. And remind yourself, too, there's enough green grass down there. Not necessarily green, but green grass around there. A good shot safely on the putting surface here. And this green's not too severe. But this is a fun par 3 just to look at, or even at least experience.
Pure strike. Good result.
Right, and that is close.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, and 5th birdie on the day. Par 5 12th, and Frank, another reminder that Wolf Creek can really be intimidating.
It can. Water down the left. They'll take a huge dent off your scorecard. A lot of fairway down the right. Somehow find that. This par 5 can be reachable in 2. There's still trouble to the right of this green. It's a little bit cavalier. This, without doubt, the longest green on the golf course. It's 55 yards from front to back.
That's in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. Well, this could be good.
It could be.
Couldn't have done much better than that. Eagle is very possible. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Good work right there, now to 6 under. 13th hole here at Wolf Creek, and Frank, anyone can say, oh, I'm going to take this one over the trees. But very few can stand up and say, I'm flying this baby clear over the mountains.
Yeah, if you take the direct route, obviously it's going to be much shorter than the 350 yards that it's measured as a dogleg right. So the direct line, well, I don't want to tell you the exact yardage because it might give you too much of a clue, but it might be worth taking. It's going to be a blind tee shot, though, and you're not quite sure on the outcome.
Stop rolling!
Safely aboard. It's a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Comes up just a little short, couple of feet from the cup.
Now it's that sneaky distance.
15 feet. What is that?
Wow, that's disappointing. Chance to get too deep on one hole, and you leave it short.
Well, the good thing is he didn't miss it, right? It didn't go past the miss. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Okay. Still has a chance for birdie, too.
Right, okay. I like that positive attitude.
Now to the 14th hole, and Frank, this is probably the best par 4 here at Wolf Creek.
Well, it's certainly the hole that they take the most photographs on, Rich, and you can see why. Great vantage point of the whole golf course. The hole's just sort of littered with bunkers down the left side, so you know where not to go once again. Go to the right side of that. The hole just keeps sort of hooking around that left side. It plays under 450 yards. It's fun. Just sort of draw it a little off the tee, draw it a little into the green, and you'll be fine.
Throw a little on the green.
Fraction off the center and headed to the right. Not his best, but not his worst. It just got away a little bit to the right. Getting set now over the putt.
You like that one again.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down on those bunkers because they're a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green.
Wedge.
But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go aiming at the flag?
Good clean.
Sorry guys, my controller keeps disconnecting. Steven.
That looked for all the world like it was dead center.
Steven?
I've got no idea how that missed.
Sorry again guys, my controller is being stupid. Hello, Steven? Oh, I think he's...
Did the job right there. Now to the 16th hole as we get set for the finishing stretch. And Frank, what's the best way to play this relatively short par 4?
Somehow you've got to straighten the hole up in your mind's eye, Rich. Just look all the way across that canyon and look like the hole was built straight, because really that's the way it should be played. If you start looking left and turning it into a dog leg, then all of a sudden bad things can happen. So look straight at the green, that's your line. Just try and bisect those two fairway bunkers.
Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Hey guys, what's going
Be
on?
careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
We are playing a little Rory McIlroy PGA Tour.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Out of the 17th, par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dog leg left.
So
Tee shot
I'll
obviously
probably
has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've got to get the distance right on the button. Happiness is a long, 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 long walk after that one.
To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank.
I'm taking 8 iron on this. No, I'm not. Never mind. I'm sorry, guys. Third person.
Here we go.
Also, you can see.
He's hit it very close. And he will have that, Frank, for an eagle.
Yeah, I got him.
Amazing how quickly the round changes. He'll quickly pick up 2 shots on the field.
18th hole, and Frank, again, a good scoring opportunity. Short par 4.
Yeah, if you looked at the scorecard, you think you could drive this green, but one quick look at the trouble in front and to the right of the screen, and you realize that's probably not the prudent play. Really, something 230, 240 yards off the tee in that vicinity is going to leave you just a flick wedge into this green. It is a rather narrow green, but from that distance, you'd expect to hit it close.
Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite the round.
You don't normally see 2 par 5s back to back.
Wow.
So the chances of having consecutive eagles is so rare.
That was nice. Now we're gonna play Oakmont. Oakmont Country Club. I'm live streaming, Mom.
This is EA Sports PGA
PGA
Tour coverage coming up next. Hello again and welcome, Rich Loader, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Novola. We are back in the state of Pennsylvania getting set to kick off the round here at one of the great golf courses in the world, Oakmont Country Club. Frank, you're very familiar with it because you were right in the mix down the stretch at the 1994 U.S. Open right here at Oakmont.
And Rich, it's so good just to be back here. You know, there's so much history in Oakmont. It's been a host to so many prestigious tournaments in our sports, such as the U.S. Amateur, the U.S. Open, the Women's U.S. Open, and the PGA Championship. It's just one of the true gems on the golf landscape.
Nicely in the fairway here, Frank, but this is steeply downhill to the green. This could be a good one. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still.
Whatever.
Reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Relatively short par 4, second hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee here? It's probably not driver.
It certainly isn't. You need a decent yardage in for your second shot, so you don't really want to hit it past those last of the 6 bunkers on that right side. It leaves a shot of 100, 110 yards. There's another tee box a little further up where they can make it like drivable at 265 yards, but for such a short hole, this is sort of a fearsome one. You always feel like you're making a mistake when you're putting the ball on the tee.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. This one measures out to 15 feet. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right.
That was very neat.
Locked in on the read and the speed. So close.
Yet it still counts for another shot.
Stream.
Yeah, that really hurts, Frank. Missing the bogey putt.
Bye.